Peace, what up? It's the Southwest Shaman. This is StereoFix 888. My name is Michael J. Turner, and this channel is all about growth and personal development. And thank you for being you. Thank you for being where you are, which is right here, and that's where you at. That's where we at. So right now, tips for making the YouTube thing pop off, yo. I hope you're enjoying yourself. You know, I hope you're enjoying what you're doing, whatever it is that you're doing. So that would be my toughest, most strongest tip. And right now, I did a video a while back where I started some seeds in this jar with the paper towel method. And look at, these are watermelon seeds. And I put the paper towel in the jar, close the lid, threw it in my drawer for a while. And now I'm gonna sow the seeds, man. So, what can I say? I don't really know much about what I'm doing. I just know that I've been told, or I've read various things, and then or research certain things, and then I'm just trying them out, you know, and then it's trial and error, and that's what it is. And it's like that for this YouTube thing, of course. So I can always use the metaphor of working out or growing things for this YouTube thing, man. So I'm just, you know, I'm just taking these things now, these things that grew in the dark, in a jar, in a paper towel that was damp, and I'm just putting them in the ground. You know, maybe like that much soil on top of them. And we're gonna see what happens, man. You know, rolling the dice. Like it's like it's not a crazy risk, right? What it is, I'm just rolling the dice, taking my chances and seeing what happens, and I learn along the way. So isn't that the gem? Isn't that the gem for this YouTube thing, for making these YouTube videos? To you know, follow and learn through trial and error, and then to watch it grow, because the seeds are planted, you know, like, and there's people who you know, I'm always doing research on this thing, man, about the science behind it, etc., etc. And there's people who they started their channel a long time ago and they didn't see success with it, like, for various reasons, you know, like, wherever they weren't tending to it, they weren't tending to the garden, they weren't, they weren't keeping it real, they weren't in touch with themselves, with the content, as in, like, I'll never run out of shit to come up with for content, because I just use my life, you know what I'm saying? And apparently, from my research and deductions, that's all YouTube really wants right now, is a motherfucker to show up, be themselves. And it's even better if you have a purpose behind it. And my purpose is to show how the personal development methods that I'm using and implementing in my life can work for somebody else if they choose. You know what I'm saying? Like, the thing I'm sharing, the things I'm doing, the purpose behind me sharing the things I'm doing is because, well, I was headed down a road that you don't come back from, and now I've been able to turn that around. And excuse the lighting, but my camera won't, you know, be able to get it with this. I've been able to turn that around and come back from that. So there's certain things I do specifically. So, you know, and it's pretty miraculous. It's a fucking miracle, to be honest. It's a miracle. Every fucking day, it's a fucking miracle. So, it's my job to share these things. It's my job to share these things and be that person that I needed to be there during those times when I was not able to be reached because there wasn't somebody that was like me that was there. They could break it down and shit and understand and have gone through it for me. Cause I went through it for you. That's what this is, man. There's a saying. Saying is, a smart man learns from his own mistakes. A wise man learns from the mistakes of others. So I'm giving that opportunity. I know I made mistakes. Like, that's what it's all about, though. That's how I learned. That's how I came to understand how much I understand. I made all those mistakes, yo. And I own those shits. And, you know, my accolades aren't anything necessarily to be proud of, except for the fact that the experience it gave me and the understanding it gave me. But without that, they would be worthless, to be honest. They would just have been risky, life-threatening, destructive things. So, I went through it, so you don't got to, man. Holler at me, yo. Southwest Shaman. You know what I'm saying? Stereo Fix 888. Growing this YouTube thing. Doing the damn thing because this was meant for me. This was meant for me to be not only the catalyst to create a healing movement, but also a platform and means for me to make my crafts available and accessible to people, because I've been at it, fine-tuning them for a long time. You know, I still have room to grow, absolutely, a lot of room, and room to grow creatively, no question about that. But damn it, I'm at a fucking point where it takes a long time to get to. You don't just wake up and like have these skills. I mean, I taught myself to sketch and draw in the penitentiary. You know, there's a lot to my story, man, and that's kind of what this is about, sharing my story, because I didn't really think about it like that for a long time, how necessary it is, really. How many people haven't heard it? How many people don't know it? But here I am, and I'm just trying to act like everybody knows my story. Well, you don't. So here I am, here to get to you. And actually, there's something specific I want to talk about today with my story, and that's the fact that I've been on probation since 2016, and I'm getting close to finishing that this year. You know what I'm saying? And I'm fucking just grateful and enthusiastic for that. But you know, it's a whole thing, man. It's like I have a long-standing relationship with the Maricopa County probation department. It's I want to say it's a hate relationship. I don't know how to really explain it, but there's so much I could go into with this probation thing and how I feel about it. Bottom line is, it's about the money, man, and a urine analysis. If you can provide some cash and a clean UA, you be alright. So anybody going through it, just know that. And honest to God, there's ways to get around a lot of shit. Like, you know, I'm not even gonna go into that because that's not what this is about. I mean, I guess if you guys want that, you could put it in the comments. But like, the best way is to just stay clean. It makes things a lot easier. It makes life a lot easier than trying to like continuously dodge the shit and do what the fuck, you know, I want to do or whatever. Which I don't even want to do that shit anymore. So, but yeah, like, there are ways to try to, you know, to like skate, but all it really does is prolong this shit. And that's what I did. Like, for years, you know, I fucking dealt with being high and being on probation and doing wild shit, but like, that's why I've been on probation since 2016, you know. But I haven't gone back to prison, though. That's the thing. And there's reasons for that. And the reason that I will give you this. The reason for that is because every time I hit the court, I took the steps to try to change. It's just that it didn't stick in those moments. So I made mistakes, and I went to treatment, because my mistakes were always related to like my drug use and like my decisions that were made based on my desire to obtain drugs, or decisions that were made because I was high on drugs or under the influence. I mean, one time I was in a parking lot. Basically, I had a bunch of groceries and I had them all laid out all over the place in a parking lot, and the fire department came to get me. And then my mother drove around with me for like forever and ever. And then I didn't actually come to and realize what the fuck was going on until like the next day, and I was at a casino with my girlfriend at the time. And that's just like, you know, I don't know. So avoid all that shit, man. Fuck that. You know, it's just too much work, too much bullshit goes into trying to like, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it at all. So take it from the Southwest motherfucking shaman. You know what I'm saying? And know that, yeah, the faster you can just hit them with that cash and hit them with some clean ways, they'll back the fuck up off you. If that's your issue. And like, if you gotta smoke something, smoke some bud, bro, because you can get a weed card and be straight on probation. If you didn't know that. I mean, there's lots of shit I can give you, lots of tips I can give you, but I'm not trying to give you tips to get around it. I'm just gonna encourage any person, any individual, to take it head on. You know what I'm saying? Jump through the hoops, and they'll ease up off you, and the next thing you know, you'll be done with it. Don't be like me, man. You know, prolong this shit forever and ever, and just feed more and more money into this shit. It's like, for what? You know, like, goddamn, so I could do some fucking drugs? Like, what the fuck? And then make everybody around me suffer because they care, you know? The few who do, you know, like, which is few and far between. And I just did a video about, you know, some fake ass shit that I'm just fed up with, man. Like, I don't know. So anyway, yeah, YouTube is on easy mode, they say. I mean, anything I approach is gonna be put on easy mode because I'm gonna hit a stride with it. You know, I'm gonna dial it in. First it's gonna be difficult, of course, and then it's gonna be put on easy mode. But as far as like the whole getting monetized and shit, easy mode, yo, it ain't easy, bro. Ain't nothing easy about this shit, bro. Nothing easy, dog. Nothing's easy about this. It's easier than it was back in the day. But if it was easy, everybody and their mama would be hopping on this shit and doing it. And they are. But what I'm saying is this like, this is a marathon. This is a marathon. So like, how many people are going to continue to do this and find source material for their content unless they have it like that, you know? So, you know, I'm just going to sharpen my sword and keep sharpening my sword. So I'm chopping heads. That's just what it is. I mean, I'm focused in on this thing, and I would advise you to do the same if this is your goal. If this is your goal, you can fuck with me. You can ride with me on some DMX shit. You know what I'm saying, baby? We can do this. You know what I'm saying? If not, that's cool too. But don't be a hater. You know what I'm saying? Just because you don't want to be a participator. Be a congratulator and an emancipator. You know what I'm saying? An elevator of motherfuckers, like, because it'll come back to you. Anything I want, I'm going to put it out there, and it's going to come back to me. So that's why I show love. That's why I show love. Go on other people's channels, drop comments. If I watch a video, I'll probably drop a comment. More than likely, I'll drop a comment. At least hit the like. And if I watch you and I'm feeling you, I'm going to subscribe. Bottom line, there's no reason not to. If it's stuff I'm following, if it's content I'm fucking with, and why the fuck wouldn't I subscribe to support that individual, regardless of how many subscribers they already have or whatever? I'm feeling it. I'm gonna show love, and then drop a comment, because what? That's what I want, man. So there it is, man. Put out what I need to get back, you know, and pace myself, and just catch this stride, because it's a marathon. That's the bottom line. You know what I'm saying? And approach this situation with the patience of watching a flower or a plant grow, because you know, this is what it is here, right? Let me get by this tree. If you can dig this. This is a situation, like I said, we're planting seeds, awaiting the harvest. And that, if nobody ever believed in or knew that the seeds were gonna grow, right? Like, I know this is gonna grow, and that's what it takes too. Like, knowing, delusional level of knowing. I've planted the seeds. I'm tending to the garden. I'm nurturing this shit. It's guaranteed, bro. It's guaranteed. Like, what else? What better way to compare it to? What better thing to compare it to than growing plants and growing something like that, and the patience that it requires with that, but also the constant attention, tending, you know, to, like, that's what this is. Fucking growing a YouTube channel is the same as growing a flower, you know? So, how's your plant gonna come out? Is it gonna struggle and be like, weak and shit? Or is it gonna be like strong, beefy, you know what I'm saying, California redwood shit? You know what I'm saying? Scraping the skies and all that. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing, man. And I'm coming at it any way I can, because I do all these things, so I'm like, fuck it. How many niches do I need to be on? Funnel them all over here. Funnel them all. I don't give a fuck, because I do all these things, so I'm going to jump in that art niche. I'm going to jump in that music niche. I'm going to jump in the agriculture niche. And I'm a beginner, whatever. This is personal development. I'm putting the learning process out there so you can see me, and you don't gotta do it yourself. You can learn from me. I'm making mistakes for you. That's what this is, yo. So I'm gonna extend myself into all those avenues, but funnel it back to StereoFix 888. It's the source for all that. But you can see me in all those places. You can find me in all those places, because it's all personal development. Anything I do that's not that bullshit, anything I do that I repeat and pays off in the long run, instead of like some immediate payoff bullshit now, which is what is the whole idea behind seeking those things, those past behaviors, those past things, man. That's what this is about. So let's make it happen. Let's get it cracking. Let's do it. Let's use that do it fluid. I'm the Southwest Shaman. This is StereoFix 888. Peace.